have left what? The lofstrand and axillary. Okay. So where's the lofstrand? Okay. So the lofstrand, the patient could either be what? Full weight bearing is tolerated, or partial weight bearing more than 50%. Okay, so this is where I'm going to need a chair to lean my things on, so that I don't have to worry about these. I can worry about my patient standing up. Okay? These are a lot of fun to work with. Okay, so if he's sitting in a chair, same routine. His right leg is affected. I put a chair on my left side with the lofstrand. Now, when you have the lofstrands and the axillary, you're going to want to be standing in front of the patient, because it's a lot of coordination to slip them through. And especially with the axillary, a lot of times they're non-weight bearing, so you always have to be in front of them. Okay, so first we're going to move forward in the chair. Okay, and you are, what should we say? Full weight bearing?
No, not weight bearing.
How much?
No, it can't be no weight.
Cannot be non weight bearing. Partial again?
50%.
Okay, so your partial weight bearing 50% on your right leg. That means when you stand up, you need to put only 50% of your weight on that leg, so put more on the left. And again, you're going to put weight through your arms onto the crutches. Okay? So we're first going to move forward in the chair. So 1, 2, 3, scoop. And a little more. 1, 2, 3, scoop. Okay, now we're going to stand up. 1, 2, 3, stand. I'm taking 2 because 1 is going to end up on the floor otherwise. I want you to slip your hand through the device and grab onto that. Good? Stand straight? Comfortable? Yeah. Okay, now we're going to sit down. So, what hand makes sense for me to take out first?
One on the strong side.
This one. Because I'm near him on this side. Okay, so let's get rid of this. I'm going to reach back to the wheelchair. Okay, let's get rid of this. And we're going to scoop, stand back, and on the count of 3, let's sit down. 1, 2, 3. And let's scoop back. 1, 2, 3. Now, why did I drop them on the floor?
Because he's not walking.
Because we don't need them, and my concentration has to be on him. If I'm concentrating on getting them to lean against that without falling, which you saw how difficult it was, I'm going to forget my patient, and something could happen to him in an instant. These things happen, and he'll be on the floor because I'm worrying about this. That's why you make sure when you're doing this, your environment is clear. He's not walking anywhere. He's only sitting here. I'm not walking there. I'm only dealing here, and then I'm going to obviously pick them up when I'm done. Now, if you work in a place where you are so lucky to have a PT aide or a volunteer, you make use of them and you say, hey, could you come here and help me? And they hold it. But most places these days with pay cuts and this and that, you're most of the time working by yourself. So you have to come up with things that make sense, be creative, and always consider the safety of your patient first. That's what counts. Okay.
Can you be my assistant again, and I'll give it to you?
Yeah, if you give me 3/4 of your salary, we have a deal. Okay. So now you can just stand up for me. Put them back on. We didn't even measure them, but I'm assuming they're okay. And you know how to measure them. You just adjust over here, and if you need to adjust the back piece, there's a button in the back. Okay. So again, you're 50% weight bearing on the right leg, which means you can only put 50% of your weight on that leg. Everything else goes on the left leg and goes through your hand onto the device. Okay, so let's move the lofstrands I want a little forward and a little to the side, so you have room to clear it, or not to trip. And again, you're walking just to meet the device. So right leg, left leg. Okay, move the lofstrands. Right leg. Left leg, lofstrands, right leg, left leg. Okay, good? Okay.
Why do you, can you repeat which arm you take out first in the lofstrand crutches when you're sitting
No,
down?
you're going to come down and you're going to feel it. Because there's no way people learn as the best way to learn is to feel and to do. Sit down and stand over here for her. right? You're standing in front of him. You're standing on the side of him.
Okay.
Now what happens?
Wait, which one was affected?
No, we've stood him up, and now I'm on this side. So now you're on this side, and you're guarding
The
him.
right's affected?
Now you tell me what you think you would be
I
more
don't think it
comfortable with.
matters.
No.
So if you're on this side and you take this away, he has zero support on this side.
Oh.
Let's try it. Yeah?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so you want to take away this? How you gonna do that?
Just,
Tell him to throw it.
Lofstrand crutch, can you please magically remove yourself?
what do you mean, just drop it?
But see, like, you,
Drop it.
no.
He knows how to, like,
But look where you are. You're not even in front of
but
him.
he can take it out by
But
himself.
the point of when he sits back in the chair, you want to be in front of him. So what is the point of telling him to drop it?
Right?
So let's say he drops it, okay, drop it. So a lot of patients can't even get their arm out, and then they're fidgeting and end up going to the side, and then they drop it somewhere, and then where are you?
I'm still here.
And then what
And then he
happens?
drops this one.
Okay, so drop it, and then he falls forward,
Then I help him.
but you only have him from the side. If he started to fall forward, honestly fall forward, can you do anything from the side? Absolutely not,
Okay.
because his weight is gonna bring you right down.
But if he does this one first.
Always, you drop this one, then it gives you room to come in front, then you drop the other one, and you're always in front of the patient.
Okay.
Because this is, unless he's a mid assist, again, it depends on what you're gonna see. But do it so that if you have a max assist, you're in that mindset. You can never go wrong with being too safe. You can go wrong with being unsafe, okay? So again, to answer your question, the reason we let go of this was because I
Second him
have
up.
the support on this side. He has nothing on that side if I take it out.
So, what you do is you let that one go first, then you come around to the front.
So I let this one go because then it gives me room, or technically, I can come to the front too. And if that's easier for you, and then I can have it drop. You can do that, this way it keeps things, consistent.
Oh, we wouldn't get points off if we like.
Not
go
at
to the front?
all.
Okay. Cause like,
Okay.
if I have a really big person and I'm like small, then it's kind of hard.
Again, that's why you have to, every situation is gonna be different body mechanic wise, but as long as it's safe. And also, to be honest, someone who's using lofstrand crutches, are they gonna be a max assist? No. Are they gonna be a mod assist? Mod to min. So I'm not super worried. But again, a patient who's a min assist, a patient could be supervision, and anything could happen at any time. That's why don't get caught up in the assistance level. You could have a modified independent patient walking, and all of a sudden will pass out, and if you're not paying attention, that's gonna be on you. Like I said, things happen at any moment. You always have to be paying attention, no matter what device, no matter what assistance level, no matter what diagnosis. That's your job. Okay, so when you're doing the steers, he's gonna obviously use both, okay? So you tell him again, remember, you're 50% weight carrying on the right leg. So again, only 50% of your weight goes on that leg. The rest is gonna go through the device and through your arms and on the other leg. Okay, so first we're gonna come up with the good leg. So the left leg, now the device, and now the right. Comfortable? Okay, left leg, lofstrands, right leg. Left leg, lofstrands, right leg, turn. Okay, now again, the lofstrands come down first. Lofstrands. Now the weak leg, the right leg, the left leg. Put the leg all the way down. Lofstrands, right leg, left leg. Lofstrands, right leg, left leg. Good? So everything is consistent up till now. The devices up the stairs and down the stairs are all the same. The gait patterns are all the same. The only difference is when it comes to the axillary crutches. Okay, and that we really have to measure because it's not going to be safe.
When you're using walkers, you